Hello, everybody. How are we all doing? My name is Mike Dewan, here with the Region Sports Network, reporting live from Crown Point High School, the hub city here in Northwest Indiana. We are here for Crown Point Boys Basketball Media Day here on the Region Sports Network. It is Champions Week. A big shout out to Region lawyers, who's a big part in making all of this possible. We're going to chat with some of the members of the Crown Point Boys Basketball team who are gearing up for their Saturday state championship game against Mount Vernon. Again, I'm Mike Dewan. Zach Sinelli is our producer this evening. We'll be back here first off with Dikembe Shaw, the superstar senior for the Crown Point Bulldogs. We'll be right back here from Crown Point. This is Champions Week, Region Sports on the road on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Have you heard? Stratton-Manteau was voted Best of the Region 2025 in several categories, including Best Caterer, Deli, Flower Shop, Food and Grocery Delivery, Fried Chicken, Place to Buy Produce, Place to Buy Seafood, Loyalty Program, and Grocery Store. We're proud to be recognized by our community, and we're committed to continuing to deliver the variety, value, and convenience you deserve. See for yourself what it means to be the best when you shop at Stratton-Manteau.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Company's Insurance Professionals, Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Back here at Crown Point High School, I am now joined by the senior forward of the Crown Point Boys basketball team, Dikembe Shaw. Dikembe, you've had a couple of these interviews, whether it's the students, whether it's us media outlets. You're getting pretty used to this right now. And big elephant in the room, you guys are going to state. Has that kind of sunk in for you just yet?
Not particularly. So far, the last couple of years we always had a long season, so it's kind of expected that practice would keep going on. But now I haven't sunk it in, I'm still cherishing every day with me and my teammates. So.
And you kind of alluded to it where you've been a staple, as well as a couple other of your classmates have been staples of this program, but it's been some long seasons, but we haven't gotten to this point, and now we come here in 2026. You guys have gotten over the hump. How did that kind of occur this season? And for you as a senior, obviously, I could imagine how that feels to get to somewhere where no other Crown Point team has done.
No, it feels great. I feel like it's just been a moment building up to the mountain peak. Yeah. It hasn't just been 1 year of success. We have multiple seniors from previous years who helped us. They gave us leaders now. As me being a senior this year, I kind of miss my seniors, but they gave me a lot of things that I take it on and showing leadership to younger guys that get us here.
And you kind of had to wear that hat as a leader, like you said. But at what point in the season could you pinpoint maybe a time where it's like, okay, I think this team has it. I think we could do it. Is there a time in this season where you could pinpoint and say, or was it kind of something that built up over time?
Yeah, for sure. I think one moment was when we got Kingston back and we played Lake Central on senior night. I think that was like, oh my goodness, like we're rolling at the right time. And then it's just everything felt easier. Everything felt easier as soon as we got Kingston back, and the guys gained confidence that played more minutes while he was out, and everybody was just clicking at the right time.
We're throughout the course of the week leading up to the state championship game on Saturday. We're playing one game a night for you guys that we've done this year, and the game playing tonight, I hate to spoil it, Hamilton Southeastern, a fun one for you. And we've done a couple of your games, and we feel like there's times where you're in the zone. You're kind of in flow state, if you will. For the viewers at home that maybe don't know what that means or, played basketball way back when, what is the flow state and when do you know, hey, I'm in it now?
Yeah, really when my flow state personally is when I just block out all the noise and it's just me and the rim out there. So the rim feels as big as like the ocean kind of. It's just whatever goes off your hand, it feels perfect coming off. You feel the ball in every facet of your hand when you're shooting it, and it's just like you get that touch, and it's like it's going there.
It sure felt all right that night, I bet, against Hamilton Southeastern. Getting ready for Saturday. You're taking on a very good team, Mount Vernon. How are we kind of gearing up for the week? I know, again, it's only Tuesday, but got a great team coming up here on Saturday.
Yeah, really just, knowing that it's the last game of the season for everybody. Our last game for a state championship will be the last IHSA basketball game for the 2025-2026 season. So really just appreciating those moments and, honing down our basics, our fundamentals, what built us here, and, going out there, knowing the game plan and perfecting it.
We'll finish out with this to Dikembe. Let's say things go well on Saturday. That final buzzer sounds. You guys are state champs. Who is the first person on the court you're hugging, and who is the first person off the court that you're giving love to?
Oh, that's the great question. Honestly, I don't know yet. But,
you could do a group of guys maybe on the court.
Sure.
I know a bunch of seniors for you guys.
Yeah,
of course.
Get the group of seniors, no doubt. Off the court, probably coach for sure. Gotta try to find the nearest bucket of water I can throw on them.
I'll finish with this then. I'm sorry, I forgot about this, but the coaches, of course, what do they mean to you?
They mean a lot. I wouldn't want to deal with any other coaching staff. Like, these coaches been here for a lot. We got some of the coaches were middle school teachers or are middle school teachers, and I've seen them through the course of a lot of years, 6 years, 5 years. So we got former players on the staff, so it means a lot, and it do really mean a lot.
Awesome. And finally, I guess any shout-outs you want to give out to anybody who made this possible. I know your basketball journey does not end on Saturday. I'm wishing you best of luck, of course, come Saturday and beyond that. But any shout-outs you want to give to the people watching back home?
Definitely want to shout out to the Crown Point community for making this possible for us. We wouldn't do it without the support of the community. And also a shout out to my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my family for the most part. So definitely that.
Love it. The Bulldogs are going to state for Dikembe Shaw. We'll be back here with more on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Have you heard? Stratton-Manteau was voted Best of the Region in 2025 in several categories, including Best Caterer, Deli, Flower Shop, Food and Grocery Delivery, Fried Chicken, Place to Buy Produce, Place to Buy Seafood, Loyalty Program, and Grocery Store. We're proud to be recognized by our community, and we're committed to continuing to deliver the variety, value, and convenience you deserve. See for yourself what it means to be the best when you shop at Stratton-Manteau.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
When life takes an unexpected turn, you need someone in your corner. The Region Lawyers stand up for you when it matters most. Facing criminal charges, injured in an accident, our experienced legal team is ready to fight for your rights and protect your future. We believe every client deserves personal attention, honest guidance, and relentless representation. In the region, we take care of our own, and we are proud to stand up for the people of our community. Call the Region Lawyers today at 219-750-9380 for a free consultation. The Region Lawyers, the gold standard for legal representation. Coverage this week leading up to state is brought to you by the Region Lawyers, the gold standard for legal representation. Call today at 219-885-3957 or visit them on the web at theregionlawyers.com to schedule your free consultation. Big shout out to Dikembe Shaw for talking with us. We got plenty more Crown Point, all the brass coming up here, whether coaches, players, gearing up for their big game on Saturday against Mount Vernon. We'll step aside here and hopefully have a player up next. This is Mike Dewan checking out with the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Headquartered in Griffith, Indiana, Absolute Power Systems has been delivering top-notch service since 2004, with a team of skilled technicians boasting extensive training on some of the biggest names in the business, like Cummins, Caterpillar, John Deere, Volvo, and more. They focus on providing exceptional industrial engine service and generator power system maintenance and repair. Check them out on the web at AbsolutePowerSystems.com. Absolute Power Systems, powering your business absolutely.
Sometimes the hardest part of improving your business isn't coming up with a great idea. It's knowing what to do with it. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services is ready to meet all your industrial and commercial construction needs. Whether it's a small build-out or a complete construction project, Chester will design, build, and finance. Our team eliminates multiple contractors, providing you a single point of contact while staying within your budget. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services, turning your ideas into realities.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
IBEW Local 697 isn't just wiring buildings. We're woven into the very fabric of Northwest Indiana. We're your neighbors. Our kids go to school with yours. We stand in the same bleachers cheering for the same high school teams. When you hire a union electrician, you're not just getting the highest quality work. You're supporting our community. IBEW Local 697, proudly powering our own.
Back here from Crown Point High School, Mike Dewan here with the Region Sports Network. For Media Day, school just got out. The athletes are still kind of filing into the gym, so we'll talk with a few more before practice. Just want to give a couple shout-outs to making all of this season possible for following Crown Point, of course, for head coach Clint Swan, who we'll talk with a little bit later. For Bill DeRula, the esteemed athletic director of Crown Point High School, who's retiring after this school year. Big shout-out to him for not only what he's done this year for us, but well beyond that. Congrats on his retirement, and we thank him for opening his doors for us here this winter season, and hopefully some more, a little bit coming in the spring. But again, big shout out to making all of this possible, and of course the athletes on the floor for getting to this point, advancing to their first state championship game in program history. We'll find some more athletes coming up here next. Again, thank you all once again for tuning in. This is Champions Week with Crown Point here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Have you heard? Stratton-Manteau was voted Best of the Region 2025 in several categories, including Best Caterer, Deli, Flower Shop, Food and Grocery Delivery, Fried Chicken, Place to Buy Produce, Place to Buy Seafood, Loyalty Program, and Grocery Store. We're proud to be recognized by our community, and we're committed to continuing to deliver the variety, value, and convenience you deserve. See for yourself what it means to be the best when you shop at Stratton-Manteau.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
When life takes an unexpected turn, you need someone in your corner. The Region lawyers stand up for you when it matters most. Facing criminal charges, injured in an accident, our experienced legal team is ready to fight for your rights and protect your future. We believe every client deserves personal attention, honest guidance, and relentless representation. In the Region, we take care of our own, and we are proud to stand up for the people of our community. Call the Region lawyers today at 219-750-9380 for a free consultation. The Region lawyers, the gold standard for legal representation.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
Sometimes the hardest part of improving your business isn't coming up with a great idea. It's knowing what to do with it. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services is ready to meet all your industrial and commercial construction needs. Whether it's a small build-out or a complete construction project, Chester will design, build, and finance. Our team eliminates multiple contractors, providing you a single point of contact while staying within your budget. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services, turning your ideas into realities.
Back here at Crown Point High School, I'm Mike Dewan with the Region Sports Network. Now joined by the young gun here, MJ Wilson, the sophomore forward. MJ, you guys are going to state on Saturday. You guys are gearing up for practice. How are we feeling?
Feeling great. Still kind of surreal that we made it, but ever since summer, even when I didn't play, I knew we were going to be here from day one, so excited.
And sophomore, that's the first thing that sticks out. We look at this group. We talked with Dikembe Shaw not too long ago. You look at, your Mason Darrell. You look at the Rhodes. I mean, it's a senior-led group, and you're kind of that guy, that young, upstart guy off the bench who's producing. What's it been like playing under those seniors, and then, kind of eventually, this time next year, you're going to be kind of, that junior kind of to lean on as an upperclassman?
It's like me and Coach Juan always talked about this. It's one of the easiest roles in the state, because I get to play with some of these seniors. It makes it so easy. Like, if I'm ever down on myself, they pick me up. Kembe, Mason, Kingston, Bryce, those four, they put me in the best positions to score, rebound, all of that. So it's really one of the easiest jobs. They just make my job so easy.
Now, one of the harder roles you and I talked about before we got on, you're the handshake guy, all right? So you organize with the starters. You're standing at the end of, and, you're organizing the handshakes. What's that been like? What goes into making those 5 handshakes with those starters?
Some of them are easier. I mean, Mason likes to change his a lot. So does Bryce. So those are a little harder to learn, I guess. But Kingston and Cooper and Kembe have stayed consistent the whole year, but Mason and Bryce like to change it up. So they just make it a little bit harder some days.
All right, so they like to challenge you a little bit, but you never mess up? It's never your fault?
I messed up in semi-state in the first game, and Mason let me hear it after.
That's senior getting to you. What does this coaching staff mean to you? You talked about, of course, you're very close to the coach, the easiest role, right, talking with Coach Swan, but the coaches, they're obviously, they kind of the straw that stirs the drink here.
I'll say playing JV last year and dressing at the end of the year and then kind of being thrown into the second best, ranked as the second best team in the state, ranked as 19th in the country. It's hard, and they made it way easier, made me get to the spots they know how I play. Like, they made it way more easier because, like, I would say I was kind of like thrown into the fire. Like, I didn't have a lot of experience last year, so they just made it so much easier this year, just make my life easier so I can produce. And, like, I thank them so much for, believing in me that I can help this team contribute, because I know I can help this team contribute to win this next game. So, yeah, that's how they make it.
Do you have to do something before a game to get locked in? Are you superstitious at all, or do you have a certain meal or a certain pregame playlist?
Yeah, I have a playlist. I made one last week. Before that, I didn't really have a playlist, but yeah, I get nervous for games. I definitely get nervous for every game. I always have the towel next to me on the bench, and then when you get ready, when you start playing, they wear off.
Who's a player in today's age that you like to maybe study, or just somebody you would kind of admire at the professional level?
The college level, I would say. I think the whole team models him. Darius Acuff, I think we all model him, especially Bryce. That's Bryce's favorite player. Like, if you ask him who his favorite athlete is, he'll tell you Darius Acuff. So we all try to model him. And Kembe more Darren Peterson, but most of everybody else likes to model Acuff.
Those freshmen, man, they're lethal at the college level. Well, gearing up for Saturday, all right? Let's how do we take these guys down come Saturday?
I would say we just got to play our principles. We can't go into the game thinking like, oh, this is a state championship game. We got to go into the game thinking it's like every other game. So we have to go into the game thinking this is not any other different game. We got to stay with our principles. We still need to play. I think we're the best defensive team in the state, so we need to go into the game playing defense, hitting down shots, and we'll get it done.
Awesome. Any shout-outs you want to give before we let you go?
All glory to God, and, of course, my parents, and, of course, the whole Crown Point athletics community, and all my teammates, especially the JV team. If you ask Coach Swan, he might tell you that this JV team gets a few problems in practice to help us get ready. So, yeah.
That's the name of the game. For MJ Wilson, we'll have more here from Crown Point High School on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
Sometimes the hardest part of improving your business isn't coming up with a great idea. It's knowing what to do with it. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services is ready to meet all your industrial and commercial construction needs. Whether it's a small build-out or a complete construction project, Chester will design, build, and finance. Our team eliminates multiple contractors, providing you a single point of contact while staying within your budget. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services, turning your ideas into realities.
Back here at Crown Point High School, now joined by the junior big man, Cooper Mulaski. How are we doing?
Doing wonderful.
Right, elephant in the room, right? We got a big game on Saturday. Has it kind of sunk in yet? I know it was an eventful day for you personally, of course, on Saturday. A pair of great games, a total team effort, of course, as well, and now encapsulated to where we are here today.
I feel like that elephant in the room was handled after the game. You know, it was felt. That emotion was flooded in, obviously, but now we're worried about Tuesday's practice, you know.
Yeah, it's I know it's a long week. They did the whole intro videos yesterday, and some guys went downstate. But you know, you kind of being the junior, you're kind of one of those younger guys in the starting lineup. How has that senior class kind of been that group to kind of lean on and kind of bring you up to speed and give you, kind of this experience here, and as well, just kind of being those leaders in the room?
Plain and simple, they've had another year of basketball than I've had. They're more experienced. I've had a lot of talks. Couldn't tell you how many times I've ran to Dikembe for advice when it comes to scoring the ball, especially because it's what he does compared to what I do on the team. But I go to advice for everybody. Just a great group of guys. I'm glad they can be there to, be the big brother to me.
Right, and speaking of, family, big brother, I know your family, the Mulaski family as well, is big into Crown Point athletics. What's that support system like as they kind of see you now progress through high school and now play for a state championship?
The support's great. Funny enough, my parents are on a vacation right now, and they left immediately after the game Saturday, and they're coming back for the game.
That's awesome.
So they're cutting the vacation short to be at the state game. So, and obviously, I think it would be pretty awesome to be the second state championship as a Mulaski. I mean, my brother got one individually. I have the opportunity to get one right now.
Let's do it. And how do we do that come Saturday? Playing a great team, a team you guys have seen before, led by, of course, a good player in their backcourt. But, playing a team twice, that's fun. But, winner take all here on Saturday.
Yeah, it's real hard to beat a team twice, especially when they got a dude like that. I mean, he is unbelievable. We just got to do our job. Same thing as we have done in the past however many months we've been doing this. It feels like forever. But one more game to finally lock in that job that we have to do.
Who gets the aux in the locker room?
Unfortunately, Mason Darrell.
Unfortunately. What would be on your playlist then, gearing up for a game, if you were to maybe give me a couple artists to get you kind of locked in for a game?
We would get a lot of songs that none of these guys have ever heard before. I'm old school when it comes to music.
Okay.
There's a reason I don't get aux, is all I'm going to say.
Hey, a selective audience will like you, trust me, especially some of our listeners. Well, any final thoughts? I know we talked about some shout-outs, but, still a year to go. We're worried about Saturday, but just kind of recap this season and, how things have kind of been as we gear up again, of course, for the big dance come Saturday.
If you want me to recap, it's just been a blast. I mean, it's been so fun going out there every day and practicing with these guys, playing with these guys, arguing with these guys about, anything, whether on or off the court. I mean, it's just really a family, and I'm just super glad we get – really this game for me is just another opportunity to play with these guys. That's what it comes down to.
That's the beauty of sports. For the junior big man, I'm Mike DeWine with the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Have you heard? Strachan-Manteau was voted Best of the Region 2025 in several categories, including Best Caterer, Deli, Flower Shop, Food and Grocery Delivery, Fried Chicken, Place to Buy Produce, Place to Buy Seafood, Loyalty Program, and Grocery Store. We're proud to be recognized by our community, and we're committed to continuing to deliver the variety, value, and convenience you deserve. See for yourself what it means to be the best when you shop at Strachan-Manteau.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
When life takes an unexpected turn, you need someone in your corner. The Region Lawyers stand up for you when it matters most. Facing criminal charges, injured in an accident, our experienced legal team is ready to fight for your rights and protect your future. We believe every client deserves personal attention, honest guidance, and relentless representation. In the region, we take care of our own, and we are proud to stand up for the people of our community. Call the Region Lawyers today at 219-750-9380 for a free consultation. The Region Lawyers, the gold standard for legal representation.
Back here at Crown Point High School, it's Champions Week here with the Crown Point Bulldogs. I'm Mike DeWine, and now I'm joined by the senior guard, Kingston Rhodes. Kingston, I bet it's good to be back here, especially now you guys are gearing up for a Saturday state finals, the first time in program history. How are we feeling?
Feeling great, We dreamed about this for a long time, ever since we stepped foot in the gym, seniors, that's been the goal, and, we finally did it, so now we're here, so.
And I bet you're quite familiar with this senior class as well. You guys have been playing together for, I want to say, some of you guys since middle school, and probably even well before that. What is this kind of core group of guys meant to now, hey, to cap it off here with a big ring?
Especially, this Saturday, we're going to play our last game together. We've been together since first, second grade. My dad been coaching all of us for a while, that senior group. And, it's been special. And, I'm proud to be playing my last game with these guys this Saturday in the state championship.
And you especially know one of those seniors a little bit more well, your twin brother, Caden.
Yeah.
All right. Is twin telepathy real? Especially, how does it work on the basketball court as well? When you cut, does he? I mean, an off-ball movement. I mean, talk to the viewers about how real that thing is.
It's just it's like a connection. Nobody else knows. It's just a twin thing. It's not you just know. Being a twin, it's just something only a twin can know.
If you know, you know. Right?
Yeah, it's a different feeling. You get that kind of it's just in your mind. You know how they feeling. They know how you feeling. You just know.
That's good stuff. Gearing up for your typical basketball game, is there anything you have to do to get in the right mindset? Do you have a superstitious meal you got to eat, or is there a playlist that you play on your own, or certain stretch you have to do, or are you just kind of go with the flow type of guy?
I really just stay with our motto, 0-0. We preach it every day in practice, in our games. Even if we're up 40 down 20, whatever, you know, we just stay 0-0, and I just stay with that, really.
And your mentality has been strong. It's been quite a senior season for you. Dealt with a little bit of an injury, I know, as well, kind of in the knee, and then you came back. And we've already talked to one of the guys, and they said one of the turning points of the season was having you back in action. What's that been like, that recovery process? And now just kudos, kind of on our end. That's a tough injury to get over, and to see you back in action, it's helped this group, and that's what they've said. So what's that process been like for you?
It's been tough. It's been tough, but, I done got through it, with my trainers, my coaches. They've been telling me, keep your head up, you're going to get through it, and I've been just staying strong and listening to my rehab people and, doing all the workouts and everything. And, even my brother, listening to him, he had to step up while I was gone, and he was telling me, keep your head up, you're going to be back out there. And, I know I'd get back on the court sooner or later.
The support group around here is absolutely no joke. Speaking of supporters, what does this coaching staff mean to you?
It means a lot. They didn't help me ever since I stepped foot in this, but even before, 8th grade, coming in as a freshman, they've been the best people to me. They done helped me grow, get better. Even while I've been out, sitting out, they just been the best people to me, and I appreciate that a lot.
Now, let's say things, well, actually, I'll save that for last, but gearing up for Saturday, what do you guys need to do to get the job done?
Really just stay focused and come out better. We came out slow the first time against them. They kind of got the jump on us, and they kind of had to, lead the whole game, and we just got to, come in with defense being our main priority.
So let's say things go well, that final buzzer sounds, Crown Point, you guys are state champs. Who's the first person on the court you are hugging, giving love to, and who is the first person off the court you're giving love to?
On the court, I got to find my brother.
I guess that's a low-hanging fruit, right?
I got to find him, man. We done been through a lot this senior year, so I definitely got to find him, man. I'd probably, off the court, I'd probably run to my dad first for sure, I lost my granny, and so his mom, and, it's been tough for him. And him watching us play and, winning these games and making history has been making him really happy. So to win a state championship will mean a lot to him.
Well, let's make some more history. Let's add some room to one of those bottom of the banner. For Kingston Roads, we'll have more here from Crown Point High School on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Headquartered in Griffith, Indiana, Absolute Power Systems has been delivering top-notch service since 2004, with a team of skilled technicians boasting extensive training on some of the biggest names in the business, like Cummins, Caterpillar, John Deere, Volvo, and more. They focus on providing exceptional industrial engine service and generator power system maintenance and repair. Check them out on the web at AbsolutePowerSystems.com. Absolute Power Systems, powering your business absolutely.
Sometimes the hardest part of improving your business isn't coming up with a great idea. It's knowing what to do with it. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services is ready to meet all your industrial and commercial construction needs. Whether it's a small build-out or a complete construction project, Chester will design, build, and finance. Our team eliminates multiple contractors, providing you a single point of contact while staying within your budget. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services, turning your ideas into realities.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
IBEW Local 697 isn't just wiring buildings. We're woven into the very fabric of Northwest Indiana. We're your neighbors. Our kids go to school with yours. We stand in the same bleachers cheering for the same high school teams. When you hire a union electrician, you're not just getting the highest quality work. You're supporting our community. IBEW Local 697, proudly powering our own.
Back here from Crown Point High School, I'm Mike Dewan here with the Region Sports Network, now joined by the senior guard, forward, whatever you want to name it. The Hawks guy I found out as well, it's Mason Terrell. Mason, how we doing, my friend?
I'm doing good.
We'll start with the Hawks. I heard that you are the Hawks guy from Cooper, told me you're that as well. What's the process in going into that as the Hawks guy?
I guess really just mixing up all the different types of artists really, because I always have like different music styles, but just trying to get everybody hype and ready for the game.
And I think that perfectly encapsulates how you play on the court. We've done plenty of Crown Point games, and it's hard for us not to see the passion that you play with. It's pretty infectious in the best way possible. Where does that stem from, and what do you think that being kind of that rah-rah guy that also produces in the box score as well, what does that do to the team?
I feel like I've always just been competitive. Like growing up, I'd play board games with my parents, and if I lose, I'd flip the board game over. Like I've always been like a competitor. I've always like just gotten basically mad at things. So I feel like I've always just had that stemmed in me from a younger age, and it's helped. It's sometimes a blessing and sometimes a curse, but sometimes like I like the blessings more than the curses. So it really just helps me, just keep staying locked in, and just being that energy guy on the team. It's when I get going, it gets the other guys going. So
it's definitely fun to watch here, kind of being on this side, of the balcony, I guess, if you will, compared to you guys. You're a senior. There's a lot of seniors on this team. A lot of guys have been playing some ball for quite some time together. What has this group of guys, Kembe and the Rhodeses, and even Bryce Peters coming in here as well. You guys are a tight-knit bunch, and what can you speak on that?
My senior group, including Bryce, we've played with each other since third grade. Like we were on the same AU team with Bryce, so we've known him since basically third grade. It's special. We've always talked about being to this point and getting to this point, obviously being denied the last 2 years. So being able to do it with these guys it's surreal. It's surreal.
Can you pinpoint a point in the season where it's like, okay, I think this team has it? You guys been to that semi-state round, the Final Four, those Final 8, but can you pinpoint a time in your senior campaign? Or
I would say, there's been a few moments. I even think going back, to when we lost to Fishers, we were like, man, we're bringing everybody back that basically led us to this point. And then getting to the summer, at Charlie Hughes, going 4-0 in the top pool, beating Fishers who beat us. And then I'd say there was, even this year, that there was a 5-game slate where we played Silver Creek, Mount Vernon, Cathedral, HSC, and then Brownsburg. We went 5-0. I think that's when we knew, this can be our year for sure.
Is there a player at the collegiate or NBA level that you maybe study, idolize, or just appreciate their game? I'm hearing college freshmen. This college freshman class is pretty big amongst the group.
I've always been a big IU fan. So watching Lamar Wilkerson for IU, he was one of my favorite players to watch. Just shooter, scorer. Even a guy like Kingston Fleming from Houston, a guy that plays both sides and can get a bucket. So definitely probably those two I just like watching.
That's super cool. And what needs to be done to get the job done come Saturday?
I would say, Swan always says that who's going to win, the better team and the tougher team. So definitely just trying to go in there and be the tougher team. Obviously, we're this deep in the run. You got to shoot. You got to get good shots. If you start chucking bad shots, and it can, especially a good team like Mount Vernon, they can capitalize off that. So just trying to make the right decision as much as possible, and just being the tougher team.
All right, we get to Saturday, and final buzzer sounds, Crown Point wins. All right, who is the first person that you embrace on the court, or maybe a group of guys, and then taking it off the court? Who is somebody that you'd embrace to first?
First person I would embrace is probably Jack Lux. That's probably my best friend. I've been best friends since the second grade. Our dads were best friends in middle school, so that's awesome. A guy that I've basically grown up with. I'd probably hug him first, and then off the court, definitely my parents. They've done incredible things for me, driving to AAU tournaments, driving me to training, practice. So definitely those three for sure.
I'll finish out with this. Any other special shout-outs you want to give to make? Again, I know your basketball journey won't end Saturday, and we're wishing you the best of luck going forward. Not only Saturday, but beyond that. But anybody else you want to shout out to make today and beyond possible?
Shout out to all my coaches that's really got me to this point. Dustin Smith from Grand Park Premier, he helped me out a ton. Definitely my trainers, Mike McClusack and Joe Bannister, those two really helped me get to this point. And then definitely another guy is TJ Lux, Jack said, who coached me. He was basically my first coach in third grade. Him and Jay Rhodes, which is the twins' dad, those two they helped me out a ton growing up. So shout out to all that.
All right, I think Coach Swan is trying to wrangle up the troops, so I'll let you get down there. But best of luck come Saturday and moving forward. For Mason Darrell, we'll be back here from Crown Point High School on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Have you heard? Stratford-Mantell was voted Best of the Region 2025 in several categories, including Best Caterer, Deli, Flower Shop, Food and Grocery Delivery, Fried Chicken, Place to Buy Produce, Place to Buy Seafood, Loyalty Program, and Grocery Store. We're proud to be recognized by our community, and we're committed to continuing to deliver the variety, value, and convenience you deserve. See for yourself what it means to be the best when you shop at Stratford-Mantell.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
When life takes an unexpected turn, you need someone in your corner. The Region Lawyers stand up for you when it matters most. Facing criminal charges, injured in an accident, our experienced legal team is ready to fight for your rights and protect your future. We believe every client deserves personal attention, honest guidance, and relentless representation. In the region, we take care of our own, and we are proud to stand up for the people of our community. Call the Region Lawyers today at 219-750-9380 for a free consultation. The Region Lawyers, the gold standard for legal representation.
Back here at Crown Point High School, Mike Dewan with the Region Sports Network, now joined by the head basketball coach of these Crown Point Bulldogs. Hi, Coach.
Hey, how we doing?
We're good. We're good. It's a fun week. I know, Monday was filled with the media travels you and I talked about, and now we're here Tuesday on kind of a media day, little open practice you guys have going on. But, Coach, going to the first state finals appearance for boys basketball in program history, how does that sound?
Like a relief.
Yeah.
That was what these guys wanted more than anything. I tried to keep them from talking about it and just, staying locked in on where we were. Yeah. But for these guys to reach this goal, it was a great feeling. I said, to a couple of other people that after we won the sectional and the regional, the celebrations were a little muted, because I had to tell them, look, winning a regional is a big deal. You guys need to be happy about that. But they had their eyes on the bigger prize, and to see their elation after we won on Saturday. And the reality that we were getting to do this weekend, you could just see the smiles on their faces. It was great. So to see them getting to experience this is pretty special.
Get over the hump, as they kind of say. Does that kind of overall feeling among the group, does that kind of tie into your guys' current slogan, right? It's 0-0 or 0-0. Please talk to me a little bit more about that, and if that kind of, that feeling of, hey, let's get to that next game and, let's play and let's have some fun.
It was a little bit, I don't want to say, troubling or disturbing or anything, but there were just a lot of the players were talking about wanting to play for a state championship. And we had other things that we needed to take care of first. I was like, hey, before we talk about that, can we just close out with a hand up? You know what I mean? I'm wanting to, let's take care of this first, and then we'll worry about those things later. So the idea of getting to 0-0, if you say you have a big lead at halftime, what does the coach say to the players? Hey, the score is 0-0. Trying to get to neutral, trying to get to where if something bad happens, you're on to the next play. Something good happens, you're on to the next play. The goals that we had at the end of the year, let's just stay right here and look at our short-term goals. And, you would see us a lot of times. The other team would go on, or we would go on a big run. The other team calls timeout, and the players are coming off the floor yelling, hey, it's 0-0, it's 0-0. So it's just something that we've taken and we've run with, and it has served us well.
the senior group is one like any other. I think kind of us on the media side, it's like, okay, we got this guy coming back, this guy coming back. They've already been to 2 semi-states, and the sky's high for this Crown Point team. And now you got to go on and be those leaders. It's easy to lean on guys when you're not the seniors. How has that group kind of evolved over time, and ultimately, again, got this group kind of over that hump?
Well, first of all, the biggest thing with them is they're so selfless. I mean, any one of these guys, any one of these seniors could have transferred elsewhere and averaged, 15, 20, 25 points a game. They seriously could have, but they have chosen to stay. So that's the first thing, is if you're going to be selfless, you have a chance. The second thing is the early success was massive for us because we were able to play in so many big games. The moment has not been too big for them. They've been able to play in bigger games than what some of our opponents have played, and I think that has enabled us to be able to close out teams that maybe haven't played under lights quite that bright before.
Sure.
And so for our seniors to be in that many big games, to have that many experiences, and to be that selfless, it has been great for us.
And that's a culture that's been set in throughout the course of your time here, Coach. And what could you say about those building blocks of yesteryear? You look at the wall, and you look at all of the Indiana jerseys up there, and players that were big building blocks of this program that are now, kind of from their side of the coin, they're experiencing Crown Point history now. And you've experienced, some of the top players here during your time at Crown Point. But kind of those teams and those building blocks, not only maybe on the basketball court and your experience, but also an athletic department, fantastic. It's, a big community at Crown Point now is kind of rallying around, including basketball alumni.
We always say when you play 4 years and you graduate from the program, you have bought stock in it. And I've heard from so many former players this week, just a bunch of well wishes, and I've told so many of them, you're a part of this, you own part of this. And you look at last year's seniors, Colby Hinderlong and Quinn Bagley, the seniors from the year before that, Seamus Molaski and Jaden Schofield and Elliott Swan and Jack Svedich. Right. You look at those guys and what they accomplished for these current seniors, not just in terms of wins and championships, but just, hey, look, this is how it's done. This is how we carry ourselves. This is how we lead. And these current seniors have taken that to task, and now they own it. And after Saturday, they will have a lot of stock in this program, and now they will own part of the future success that we have.
Now, Coach, getting to Saturday, playing a team we've seen before. You guys beat over the holiday season. What needs to be done here from this group of guys we talked all day long with? What needs to happen to hoist Crown Point's first ever state trophy in boys basketball?
Well, I think the first thing is we just have to be us. There's tons of planning. There's tons of scouting and player personnel and tendencies and all of that we'll have them ready for. But the biggest thing is it doesn't become paralysis from analysis, that we're able to go out and just simply be ourselves, particularly at the defensive end, and not freeze up because we're trying to overthink things. That's the biggest thing that needs to happen. Everybody brings up 3 months ago. Well, that was 3 months ago. They're a much different team now than what they were then, and we're a much different team now than what we were then. So I think that it's nice to have that frame of reference, but I think that both teams are going to be ready, and I think the fans who are going to be there are in store for a great game.
We're excited. The best of the best under lights at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The Crown Point Bulldogs are going to state still. Again, a first time, Coach. Incredible to say. We cannot. We're ready to get down there with you guys and hopefully experience a good game, and more so the good guys holding up the trophy. We'll be back here from Crown Point High School. Thank you to Coach Clint Swan and Mike Dewan with the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Headquartered in Griffith, Indiana, Absolute Power Systems has been delivering top-notch service since 2004, with a team of skilled technicians boasting extensive training on some of the biggest names in the business, like Cummins, Caterpillar, John Deere, Volvo, and more. They focus on providing exceptional industrial engine service and generator power system maintenance and repair. Check them out on the web at AbsolutePowerSystems.com. Absolute Power Systems, powering your business absolutely.
Sometimes the hardest part of improving your business isn't coming up with a great idea. It's knowing what to do with it. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services is ready to meet all your industrial and commercial construction needs. Whether it's a small build-out or a complete construction project, Chester will design, build, and finance. Our team eliminates multiple contractors, providing you a single point of contact while staying within your budget. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services, turning your ideas into realities.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
IBEW Local 697 isn't just wiring buildings. We're woven into the very fabric of Northwest Indiana. We're your neighbors. Our kids go to school with yours. We stand in the same bleachers cheering for the same high school teams. When you hire a union electrician, you're not just getting the highest quality work. You're supporting our community. IBEW Local 697, proudly powering our own.
Back here on the Region Sports Network for our final player representative of the Crown Point Media Day. Practice is about to start. Coach Swan's kind of holding it up for us, but I know you guys got to get down here pretty soon. I'm with Bryce Peters, the senior guard. Hey, man, how we doing? It's state coming up, right? How's that sound?
It's pretty amazing, you know. First time ever, but, you know, as you know, semi-state, we have to get over that hump. And it was just amazing feeling to get over that hump and blow those teams out, you know, and now we're going down to Gamebridge Fieldhouse.
The Region's going to be on notice come Saturday evening. You talked about getting over that hump. You're one of the many seniors of this group. How was that experience like with those group of guys where I know this is only your second year with the program, but from what I've heard, that group is very, very tight-knit, that senior group that has been a big piece of the puzzle here for Crown Point.
You know, yeah, like you said, this is my second year here. And my first year here, you know, we went down to semi-state at Elkhart, and we lost the second round. But previously, before I was here, they went down to Elkhart and lost the first round. So it's pretty much like, they lost the first round, we won second. Now it's third time charm, you know. So we went down to Elkhart, took care of business. Now we just got to take care of business at Gamebridge.
Now we're gearing up for, again, you know, before you blink and it's going to be your last game as a Crown Point Bulldog as well. We talked about what the seniors mean to you. What about this coaching staff of Crown Point?
This coaching staff, it means a lot. And this basically the senior group, the guys I've been playing with basically my whole life. Coaching staff is just a lot. Like, I came in, they like took well care of me. They introduced me. Honestly, like Kembe, he took me under his wing. He introduced me to all the coaches and stuff and all the players. I pretty much knew all the players, though. I used to play AAU with them back when I was a kid. So, and then all the coaches, I got cool with them, like straight, like a clique. Sure. So they was all just cool coaches. I love my coaches. I love all my players.
Now, I know it was a jam-packed season, starting really in the summer, some high-level competition. Can you pinpoint a time this year where it's like, okay, I think we got it. I think we can get over that hump and be where we are today, where we're gearing up now for your first ever state finals appearance?
I'll pretty much, like you said, in the summer, I'll probably just say when we beat Fishers at Charlie Hughes, I pretty much, like, we are just, like, high level. Like, we the best team in the state. And once we beat them, we knew we had a good chance at going to state this season.
Looking at your favorites as a player, is there somebody maybe at the collegiate or professional level you try to study or model your game after? I've heard college freshman is kind of the way to go with this crazy college freshman class they have going on.
Oh, yeah, definitely. My favorite college player is Darius Acuff.
I'm hearing that's a big thing around here.
Yep. Darius Acuff, that's my guy, you know. He's a dog on the court. Mm-hmm. I love everything he does. I study his game, especially the heads he pulls, like at the end of a quarter. I learned that from him. You know, I just love his game, so he's just so tough to me.
Who's winning your bracket?
I got Arkansas.
Okay, so riding the A-Cuff train.
Yes, sir.
And Coach Calipari. All right,
Yes,
we'll get back to what's coming on Saturday. All right, how does Crown Point hoist their first ever state boys basketball trophy? What needs to happen?
Honestly, we've been doing a good job of rebounding better. Like, I feel like that's a big key in why we've been winning and blowing teams out. So as long as we keep rebounding and we keep sharing the ball, which we have, we've been shooting at a high level, which is very good for us. We've been less turnovers, so very good. We're not all healthy, but we're getting healthy this week. So if we're all healthy and we're rebounding and we're doing the things we need to do, we'll be all right.
Is there anybody you want to shout out before we take off here from Crown Point? Anybody to make really today possible?
I'll probably shout out my mom. She's just my everything, my GOAT. You know, she really helps me take care of my body, get me off the floor. Like, she's like a doctor to me at home. So
gotta love those moms. Yep, that's awesome, man. Well, best of luck to you all.
Appreciate
come
it.
Saturday, and we cannot wait to get down there, all of us here on the Region Sports Network. Crown Point going to state. We'll be back here to wrap things up from Crown Point High School on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
More than a decade of experience in state and federal courts, the Region lawyers specialize in criminal defense and personal injury. Visit their new office today at 2080 North Main Street, right here in Crown Point. I'm Mike DeWan checking back in. We talked with all the players as well as Coach Swan as this team gears up to make history at Gainbridge Fieldhouse this Saturday evening. That game will be audio streamed on the Region Sports Network. Again, tip-off is slotted for 8 p.m. on Saturday evening. That is Indy time, 7 o'clock Central Time, and that'll hopefully on the Region Sports Network will be on well before that. Plenty of Crown Point content coming out here soon. This is the Week of Champions, so stay tuned. Of course, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, at our website at regionsports.com, and wherever else you may find us. We're celebrating Crown Point athletics and, more importantly, these Crown Point boys basketball athletes, coaches, and that's why we're here today. And we cannot thank of course, Coach Clint Swan for not only talking with us, but really kind of organizing us up here and just being somebody who was integral to helping us out cover Crown Point basketball. And, of course, Bill DeRula opening the doors to us here for this winter and beyond. And just, of course, obviously, an esteemed career as the Crown Point athletic director who is retiring after this season. But that will do it for us here from Crown Point High School. Again, plenty more coming out of all Crown Point athletics. But again, thank you all for joining us. This has been a production of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Tonight's broadcast is made possible by Strack & Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. Crowell Insurance Company, the insurance superheroes. Ironworkers Local 395, proud to be union. Four Seasons Mechanical, quality and comfort is our guarantee. Boilermakers Local 374, earn while you learn. IBEW Local 697, proud to support high school sports. Bricklayers Local 4, the best hands in the business. Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. The Right Group, the right way to buy and sell real estate. Mark Macknick, Chicagoland Tax Professionals. Blythe's Team Sports, where the athlete shops. And Hampton Inn, downtown Indianapolis. This is the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.